Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Firebuck, and today is gonna be the last character we play is Jotunnslayer. Well, I mean, I'm still gonna make Jotunnslayer videos, of course, but this one's gonna be the last character since we unlocked all the characters. So, this is Jotunnslayer, and if you haven't checked out my last video, I played the dwarf, so check that one out. And I also have a playlist of all the other characters that I've covered so far. And also in this video, we'll be playing Helheim, the last map. So I think we're getting closer to the end of the game, which is pretty exciting. Also, don't worry, I'm still going to make Jotunnslayer videos. I'm going to do, because I want to do a tier list of the gods, the characters, and I wanted to provide you guys like what best builds work best for me. And then I'm going to do more research and be like, okay, so this works with this, blah, 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 right, for each character. So basically provide you guys like a more up-to-date builds that you can go from normal to very hard to insane. Because I think insane's like the hardest difficulty in the game, if I remember correctly. But yeah. If you don't want to miss out, just consider subscribing because I'm going to post more Jotunnslayer videos. As always, I'm trying to push out at least 2 of these Jotunnslayer videos a week, and then the other 2 videos, hopefully, of Smite 2, because I play both games. But yeah, this Jotunnslayer series has been really helping my channel a lot, so thank you so much for one, just clicking on the video, just even viewing it helps me a lot because I've gotten a lot more views and a lot more traction in my videos or in my channel. I've gotten a lot more likes, not a lot of comments or anything like that, but that's fine. But a lot more subscribers. I've kind of grown a little bit, so that's why I was like, wow, I didn't expect it, me playing this game would pop off my channel a little bit. I'm still a small channel, so if you want to support me, if you want to keep supporting me, just consider subscribing, like the video, share it. Sharing is like the fastest way to grow a channel. But I just wanted to say thank you if you made it this far. But do not worry, I'm still gonna make Jotunnslayer videos. So, but yeah. Let's talk about the Jotunnslayer, right? So, Jotunnslayer. Don't know much about Jotunnslayer and Norse mythology. I really don't. I don't know where she came from. I don't know if it's like a fallen Valkyrie. I don't know. Maybe I just need to retouch my Norse mythology. But I've heard of Helheim. Helheim there is a goddess named Hel, and Helheim is basically, so how do I put this? Helheim isn't hell like how Christians think hell is, right? Helheim's the place that if you die from like a disease, poison, not a huge victory, like, because to get to Valhalla you have to have like die in battle, right? Like a glorious death is what you're expected. But if you die something stupid, then you go to Helheim, basically. And it's a place that it's just like, it's not a torturous kind of place. It's not like a hell. It's just a place that the lost souls kind of go to. So if I remember, I could be completely wrong, but I'm kind of going off of what I remember reading about Helheim. But yeah, and then there is a goddess named Hel, which you might know, or Hela, right? That kind of controls this place, and she's actually depicted as half. So she's a female, and she's depicted as like half and half. So half human, half like dead, basically. So it's quite interesting, if I remember at the top of my head. Yeah, like when I make my videos, I don't have notes or anything. I'm going based on what I remember. And then watch, I'm gonna have someone in the comments be like, "Oh, well, it's actually this," blah blah blah, which is fine. I'm not complaining. I'm not saying like I'm an expert or anything. I never claimed to be, but I like to like, I don't know. I like to have some knowledge of like what everything is. But anyways, going back to Jotunnslayer, my build. So I know I kind of rushed it, but I went 2 points into the Jotunnslayer, 1 point of the Odin, and then 2 points in Scotty. And that's basically the build. When I first saw this, I was like reading it. I was like, wait, you get 3 revives? Hell yeah, I'm going to take that one. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, wait, Odin also has a revive in his kit. So in this video, you can have up to 4 revives with this character. That's kind of insane. But in this build, I went with Scotty so I can freeze, slow them, and I can heal every time I freeze. And then the small Ragnarok is just OP. It's one of the strongest abilities in the game. It's like, why not? Like, if you don't, I don't know why. Like, why would you not pick it up? It's one of the most broken abilities in the game. And you've probably seen it throughout my videos that I just consistently pick it up. And so, but the Jotunnslayer, she's okay. Not my playstyle, but like she has a lot of like cool abilities. Like the shadow ones, those ones are cool. It's like these like shadow figures that come out and just do a lot of damage. It's really cool. I like it. And then she also has the Valkyries that fly over. If you max it out, you get up to like 5 Valkyries, and it covers like basically the whole screen. Well, yeah, like majority of the whole screen, which is kind of strong in my opinion. So Jotunnslayer also has the javelins, and you probably saw me got rid of it. The javelins is okay, but it's not super strong. And I've said this in my videos, just because it's not super strong doesn't mean it's like bad or anything. Like, you could still use it, perform pretty well with it, but in my opinion, it's like, why pick this if I can pick something else that'll just do something better? You know what I mean? Like, if there's a tier list of the javelins and the other abilities, the javelins would be like A tier. Like, it does work, but the other abilities just do slightly better, right? So that's why I was like always thinking about like making a updated version when I'm done with the Jotunnslayer, Berserker, and all that, and make kind of like an updated version when I get like maxed out with all the gods in the game. So max out the gods. You don't have to max out the characters because you can just refund. You can refund all the coins and then just put it in the next character, right? That's what I've been doing. So every time I'm picking up a different character, I will refund all their stuff in the store, in the main menu, and then I'll put points in the next character that I'm going to play. So, and I don't remember all of it on top of my head, what each ability does, but you can quickly kind of read it. And maybe in the next video, I'll kind of showcase it a little bit more about what I put points in, all that. Just kind of give you guys more of like a guide. But in this video, I'm just kind of quickly kind of going over the last map. So this last map is pretty cool. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I think it's a really cool one. It reminds me of like dungeons more than the other maps. The other maps are kind of just opened out, just like one big area. This one's just like you have to go deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's not too hard. It's really not that hard. I know I get really low sometimes, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna waste one of my revives. But I think I did pretty well. So, and I would like to, again, like I said, I would like to make a follow-up video for each of these characters so I can provide you guys like the best builds. What builds work best for me, and then I'm gonna show you guys what the community, what the people online, YouTube, all that have built. But yeah, Kinslayer also has a passive, and she gets a counterattack, which is pretty strong in my opinion. And the counterattack is basically like when someone attacks you, she can just immediately counterattack and then just basically like, oh, you stabbed me, I'm gonna stab you back kind of deal. She has a lot of unique things in her kit. She has a dash that, if I remember correctly, she has a shorter cooldown on her dashes. She also has a passive that she can push people back with her dash. I could be wrong. I think maybe I'm thinking about the Berserker, but I know she has another ability, which I didn't pick up in this video, but I know she has another ability that that would affect her dashes. What gods would probably benefit her a lot is probably like, again, Odin. Odin works really well with her. I think Odin just works well with every god. I mean, character in this game. So I think Odin, Scotty, of course, works really well with her. Scotty works well with majority of the characters in this game. Not so much with Loki, and I know I haven't covered the other god, which you probably already seen me past him. It's the Ned Hog, if I remember that's how you pronounce it, Ned Hog. Which I'm not gonna say it really fast because, of course, it might sound something completely different, and I made jokes about it in my last video. Which that god's interesting, and he does a lot of fears. Fear is just basically in this game like the enemies just turn around and just like walk backwards. Because like they're feared. It's kind of funny. They're like, oh, I don't want to attack him. But it only lasts for like a couple seconds, so it's not super strong. But he is that god in this game. He is kind of strong. But the abilities of like fear and all that, in my opinion, it's a cool, like, it's cool. But I feel like you don't really need it. Probably would need it on like, let's say like the Revenant. Or characters that I rely on, like, not being super close up to the enemies. Kinslayer, her basics, she has to get really close, but she also has the ghost behind her, and that one does do damage like further away. Like, it has a range ability, so it's interesting. Even though Kinslayer, she's not super tanky either. So that's why I kind of build with a little bit of health. And also, the reason why I picked up health is because I was actually looking for a different ability, but I couldn't find it. And I think I ran out of rerolls, or I wanted to like hold on my rerolls just in case I needed something else, right? So, but I recommend getting some health for the Kinslayer. Because she is kind of like squishy. Kind of like the Flame Sister. The Flame Sister was also pretty squishy. It's weird because the Flame Sister plays more as like the assassin. The Kinslayer doesn't play like an assassin. I don't know how to describe how the Kinslayer plays. I want to say a mix between warrior / assassin, if that makes any sense. It's like one of those two, just a hybrid, right? But she's like not super tanky as a warrior, but she does like it's hard to explain. The more I'm like thinking about it, I was like, it's pretty hard to explain. But yeah, she has a unique playstyle. Is it for me? I mean, I'm not saying Kinslayer's bad. I'm not saying at all. I'm not saying she's the worst. I feel like if I made a tier list, she's pretty high up there. She has a lot in her passives for Ket, especially with the 3 revives. I was like, oh my god, she just straight up gets 3 revives. I'm ignoring everything else, all the other subclasses. I know they're probably really strong, but I think her subclasses is crazy OP. I get it, last character, but damn, 3 revives. Yeah, when I first saw this, I was like, what the fuck is that? It was like slow and killing me, but it's part of the challenge. This is where I kind of panicked a little bit. I was like, oh, but I think I pulled it up pretty well. And plus, I was trying to freeze people, but the problem was like I kept killing the small guys, so I wasn't able to freeze them to get some lifesteal out of it because of Scotty's like passive that I picked up. Also, I went the wrong way. I saw it. I was like, okay, I need to go downwards, but I went to the right for some reason. I don't know why. I think I had a brain fart or something. But I thought it was pretty funny, and I was like, oh shit, I need to go back. Also, I didn't know, because I never really made it this far with this map. I think I made it this far. No. It was the room above, and that's when I died, because I had a stupid build. But this one worked out, and I was like, okay, maybe this could help you guys if you guys were struggling with Helheim. But of course, I know I'm playing it on normal, so it doesn't seem super hard. But it's harder than the other ones. It's harder than the other maps. That's what I'm trying to say. Not super hard, but just a lot of hordes of enemies, right? But nothing too crazy. The final boss is pretty cool too, which I'm not going to spoil. But yeah. Oh, another thing is that Jotunnslayer has I want to say it's a passive. It's one of the ones that you can buy in the store, right? When you go in the main menu, you go to the store. She has one of them that you do more damage if you're standing still. I never really use stuff like that because, one, every time you stand still, yes, you do a lot more damage and all that. I know Freya has something similar. If you stand still, you do more damage or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I tried those ones that you had to stand still. The problem is that they work really well, yeah. Like, you can clear things in front of you. But the problem is that anything that's range abilities, like those meteors, anything like that, if you're standing still, you're gonna get hit. Like, because, again, you're standing still, right? And to stand still requires you to stand still, not just like, oh, for a split second. Some things have to proc. Like, you have to stand still for a like a certain duration. I don't know exactly on top of my head, but I know the Jotunnslayer has one, and she also has a passive that you can buy that has one too. So, but I never really use them. I don't think it works well with her, especially when she's squishy. Like, she's just as squishy as the Flame Sister. But the thing with the Flame Sister is that she has 2 dashes. The Jotunnslayer doesn't have 2 dashes. So you have to like play kind of careful. Positioning is key with Jotunnslayer, in my opinion. You have to position yourself pretty well. And not kind of just face forward, walk in front of people, whatever. I have a bad habit in this game that, well, one, if you just saw that, you're like, what the hell? Why is there a hand on that? It's called a steal. Don't know how it works, because every time I try to steal it, sometimes it works, sometimes I'll get the item, other times I will just not get the item. I don't know if it's like an RNG chance to steal it. I don't know if it, like, if I pick the same upgrade, it will appear again, but I've been trying to see what it does. So there's that. The other thing that I have a bad habit of doing is looking at the mini map and not looking at the actual thing in front of me. Because I'll look at the mini map. Hold up, I'll shut up. Alright, so this is the final boss. She's kind of cool looking. I do like how her design was. Registering abilities. I thought this final boss would be a little bit slightly harder, but it's not super bad. Back what I was saying though, the thing that I have a bad habit of doing is that I will look at the mini map and not like my character, because I'll look at like, oh, there's a chest over there, so I'll look at the mini map and walk over there. It's really weird. I don't know why I do that. It's a really bad habit, because I've died a couple of times by doing that. It was like, oh, there's that, and then I face tank every ability. This final boss, she actually summons all the other Jotuns that you slain, which is kind of cool. Besides the robotic one, the one from last video, because I was like, wait, she's missing one. And it'd be kind of funny. It'd be kind of funny if she did, just like all of a sudden, just boop, here's a robot. But as you can see, she's not crazy hard. Like, I've already got her half health, and then here's the other Jotun, which you've probably seen that one, and Mispelheim, if I remember correctly. Mispelheim's the fire one, right? I could be wrong. I'm bad at names, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't judge me. But since I've already killed these guys, or these Jotuns, I already know the majority of their movesets or memorized them. But I was kind of surprised that she doesn't have like anything crazy movesets, especially for the last character. I mean, the last boss. But yet again, it's on normal. So maybe on hard she has different movesets, and maybe on insane. Oh my god! If try beating this insane, that'd be crazy. But I can make a playthrough like that. I'm probably gonna probably stick with one character if I did something like that. I think Revenant's still like S tier in my opinion. He's just, there's so much that he can do, and I feel like he shreds bosses. He could shred like a lot of minions. He just, I don't know. His wolves can heal him. It's just like, dude, what the fuck? Yeah, Kinslayer's like up there just because she can have 3 revives. But if she didn't have that, I feel like she's kind of like okay, in my opinion. Like, again, when I say okay, I'm not saying she's bad. Like, you can perform pretty well with any of these characters. Like, all these characters, the Berserker, the Dwarf, Flame Sister, Revenant. I think I'm missing one. I could be wrong. Kinslayer, right? They all perform pretty well. But yeah, that's the final boss. And I'll shut up for a minute, because there's going to be a cutscene.
En hinner funne monarisani, fi daulei hun kloknare gagnul nesta. Far nu hidan daulei, nederkatlar haldet upp av forskargrenom. Far, fidomonte stadvatedan.
All right, so that is it. Yeah, and I'm gonna quickly kind of just show you what I build. So that's the final build that I got. Those are the status and all that. Blah blah blah. You can stop. I mean, you can always pause the video and look at it. And then I also wanted to show you the skill shop. So this is what this shop that I was talking about. But usually what I do is I go to each character. and max it out. And then if I wanted to play a different character, I'll sell these items and then just put all the points in the other one. But here's my Thor. Right, I've been experimenting with Thor a little bit. Got all of Brock and Sindri, Odin. Right, here's my Scotty. Here is Ned Hogg. So there you go. Those are the most of the points that I've been putting into what I believe they work best. And then here is the trophy haul. I know it didn't cover this in my videos, but basically what these do is if you complete a challenge, I'm not going to cover it really, but you complete a challenge and you get more coins. So, but next video, I'm going to show you how to get the skin for Berserker. So if you don't want to miss out, consider subscribing. If you like this kind of content, please leave a like. It helps me a lot. And comment down below what builds work best for you, what characters you want to see next, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next. Bye-bye.